All right, let's get to this. As you know, we are really just sort of waiting for where the Build Back Better, that's the reconciliation budget bill, is going to land. And we hear reports that Krysten Sinema does not want the government to negotiate for pharmaceutical. I mean, it just almost seems, first of all, it's just insane that we don't do this already. Mm-hmm. But to think that there's a politician out there who is actively campaigning on the notion that the government shouldn't use its buying power to negotiate better deals on pharmaceuticals that, of course, would be better for the end users, and frankly, even better for those of us not on Medicare, because it's going to save money in Medicare or improve Medicare, and we will all be on Medicare at one point in this country. To think that there's somebody who's actually like, that's the hill that they want to die on. Joe Manchin, meanwhile, is calling for a cutback in the child tax credit below where Republicans even wanted it.
Yep.
Means testing all sorts of things. Apparently, Manu Raju at CNN, Manchin tells the group that he's not in favor of a carbon tax. And that's not being a carbon tax. No, mind you, in the Build Back Better bill, there was a whole plan to get us off of fossil fuels.
He's already preemptively
he deep six that, and now he's killing a carbon tax.
Which is, I mean, a lot of Republicans are fine with the carbon tax, just to show where he's at in terms of, his politics. As you say, with the child tax credit, he's below where some Republicans wanted it.
It's just absurd.
Yeah.
And after a meeting, here's Joe Manchin really feeling his oats, right? Because he's really feeling his oats. He comes out of the meeting, and there's
cameras there, so got to ham it up.
And here he is, running into Bernie Sanders.
Get a picture. You want to get a picture of us? Get a picture of us, huh?
Oh, great.
We're talking. All right, we're talking.
You're going to have a resolution by the end of the week?
We're talking. We're talking. We're going to make some progress.
Senator Sanders, you prepared to make some deep cuts to climate change and other things like that?
All right, guys, just watch the vehicle, please. Come on out. That vehicle's going to come out.
Yeah, Manchin goes into a big truck and Bernie goes into a little sedan there.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I know it's been reported that Manchin said something to the effect of like, keep fighting Bernie. But it sounds to me, like he's saying, have a good one, Bernie.
Yeah, there's no way to keep fighting Bernie. He's pissed, and he's deputizing some, like Chris Coons coming out in Politico saying, I know Manchin was a little upset that Bernie Sanders took out an op-ed in his hometown paper. What was it? The Charleston Gazette Mail in West Virginia. Wow, tough. Like, these are the consequences of your kinds of politics. And the Biden administration is deputizing Bernie to do this. And all Manchin can focus on in that moment is pulling in Bernie in this awkward fashion. Hey, let's get a picture for the gram, right? Maybe I'll get a few followers from the Burn crowd.
It's hard to assess, like, what's involved there. If Manchin isn't just coming over, this guy he's a multi-millionaire who has been incredibly corrupt. I mean, there's more and more information about the corruption that he's been engaging in West Virginia. Also sort of, the football quarterback. I mean, people know the type.
I know, but that's how they described it in Politico, and then contrast it with,
with Bernie. But my point is that there is, I don't know, maybe this is just a male thing, but it seems to me like that was an aggressive move by Manchin, either to sort of, show that he's not intimidated by Bernie in some fashion, or maybe it's like he wants to show that he's being collegial. I don't know.
It's the old Trump.
But I have a feeling it's the former with guys like that.
It's like when a rival guy at a party, like you make everybody laugh and he says, "You're really funny," but without laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a funny guy, huh?
Yeah, you're a good guy.
You're a funny guy.
But meanwhile, this is how sort of sick and twisted this is. the individual personality quirks, or just the millions of dollars that Manchin has made, stands to make, will continue to make. I mean, the guy has millions, if not or close to it, invested in coal and fossil fuels, et cetera, that he will stand between Americans getting $300 per family per child, or millions upon millions of Americans getting access to community college, or daycare, or universal pre-K, or saving the planet. And I mean, it really is just stunning. And the same could go, obviously, for Krysten Sinema, too. I mean, it's there was a grand miscalculation by the White House, it seems to me. There was a lot of people who felt, including around these parts, not that anybody listens to us, but I'm saying it was quite obvious. You strike while the iron is hot. I didn't incidentally make up that saying. You strike while the iron is hot. And after the COVID bill passed, there was an opening. There was a sense that there was a lot of momentum. They should have gone quick. Instead, the White House slow walked this and negotiated with the Republicans and tried to maintain some bipartisanship. They made the exact same mistake that Obama did. They kept saying over and over again, we learned a lesson, we learned our lesson, we learned our lesson. And they said it so many times that they, in practice, showed that they had not, which is you seize the moment when you have the momentum. Because if you go out there and you try and placate those who, I don't even know who they were, said that this needed to be a bipartisan thing, this is what you get.